Hello again, everybody. Welcome to Peterson Academy student. I am Jeff, and we are on beta launch day. So I haven't gotten my email yet to set up my account, but I'm waiting for it. So I have a live stream scheduled for tonight to look at the website. So hopefully any of you guys who are interested in that will join me. So today, I just wanted to do a quick car video here for you guys because I was just thinking about I've gotten some pushback on the videos. I've heard people that really like the idea, really dislike the idea. Since I already kind of am on the defensive side, I tend to not give a lot of the arguments against a lot of credence. So I'm just trying to think it through and have good faith and just I've talked about some of the possible drawbacks. It's now, this is an experiment. Experiments often fail. And other people have tried to make online courses before and they haven't always worked. So I get people's hesitancy here. I also get that a lot of people just don't like Jordan Peterson. He's a love-or-hate kind of guy. I've kind of noticed. So I wanted to talk about that. I want Jordan Peterson Academy to succeed, and I want to just talk about why that is. And I'm also going to kind of make an argument that even if you hate the idea of Peterson Academy, we should at least in theory support this idea, that we can do a cheaper university system, right? So kind of my background is that, man, it stinks today. My background is I'm 39, I'm almost 40. I work a construction job that pays okay, we're paycheck to paycheck all the time. Some of it is self-inflicted because I kind of went through life with I kind of had some undiagnosed mental health issues, not excuses, but reasons. Actually had a full ride scholarship to University of Nebraska, which is, it's a good college, a good state college. I had a full ride, and I lost it in the first year because World of Warcraft came out and I couldn't stop playing. I didn't go to class and stuff, and it just I'd spent a lot of my youth I was diagnosed with depression in high school, but really it was probably it was masking my undiagnosed ADHD that nobody noticed because I was a gifted kid in high school. I didn't have a lot of hard times, so my ADHD didn't really manifest in a way that would have gotten it caught. So I spent kind of my 20s just being stupid, and then I went to a for-profit college, and that, I did something that seemed fun and not necessarily economically viable, and also just due to issues, I wasn't able to actually, really do my due diligence in my education. So, it was a for-profit, and they actually got sued, and I got my, for misleading people about what their, the job outlook was. So they actually got sued to the point where all the loans that they put out got forgiven. So I at least don't have that under my belt. They just did that last year. But moving on from there, I guess it's at this point, what choice do I have except to put faith in something like Peterson Academy? Because I've looked into it. My job outlook is pretty low. Peterson Academy is likely not really going to help with jobs. I want it to, but it might be forever, it might be never. It might take a long time for them to get to the point where they can have some recognition like that, but I'm kind of wanting to follow it. I'm not gonna miss $500. That's, makes it it's a stretch. I'm living paycheck to paycheck because I'm allowing my wife to be a stay-at-home mom. because she wanted to do that, and I wanted her to do that, and I think it worked out really good. We have 3 daughters, and so I'm glad that I'm able to do that for her. But it also puts an incredible stress on me, because I make just bare. I mean, I make like, very, very little. We have a 2-bedroom house. We got 3 kids. Our 3 girls are stuffed into one little room. We'll have to figure something out with that later, and it's just kind of just economically I'm stressed, and that's fine. I'm not like playing victim or anything, but essentially what I'm saying here is I can't go back to college. It's too much money. Like, I mean, I can't get grants. I don't have any sort of like, special status that allows me to get grants. I just don't have the ability to go back to school to do something now that I'm like, more responsible and everything. And, I think I would actually do well in school if I went back again, but I can't. I just can't. It's not economically feasible. So, this is why I'm kind of, throwing $500 in a bucket and sticking it in Peterson Academy, because, like, what other choice do I have? That's kind of my my option. It's like, if it turns out I just threw $500, down the drain, it's $500. I'm not gonna miss that. But if I go $10,000 in debt, and let's be realistic, like, it could still turn out to be a waste of my time, because college just is kind of going that way. And I mean, I don't think it's a left or right thing. I don't think anybody thinks that college is really that great anymore. I mean, a lot of people go and they wind up in, because, I mean, it appears to me that it's that it's the left that wants student loan forgiveness. It's like, why would you want that if you don't think that student loans are worth it? So I'm making the case, that this is actually something that's good for everybody, because, well, I mean, I guess let's just take a quick aside. One of the criticisms that I think is fairly valid is the fact that they say that this is an education devoid of ideology on the site. Like, it isn't really. I mean, I bet even Peterson himself would probably say this, and, if you talk to him, that, like, no, everybody's ideological. I mean, it's not like, I know, like, a lot of people seem to think my ideology isn't an ideology, but everybody else's is, so, and so, I believe that he believes that this college isn't going to be, or this academy isn't going to be ideological, but it definitely has some bents. I mean, you don't find I don't seem to find a huge variety of different people that associate with Peterson just because of his reputation, and, like, so you're not going to see any hard left people putting stuff up on university. Like, I mean, I see people that are kind of center left in there. I mean, I think Brett Weinstein is a little bit left. He's got some different some opinions that put him at odds, but I think he calls himself a liberal, and he's doing a course. So, but essentially what I'm saying here is that if Peterson Academy can succeed and show the market that a $500 college is not only, like, it's viable, and that, let's say, we can convince a bunch of a whole bunch of different companies in the market that people that get a $500 education like this are just as viable as people who get a $10,000 education, then what do you think would happen after that? Well, you're going to get other $500 universities, and those $500 universities might be ideologically consistent with your worldview. So, if you don't, like Jordan Peterson, I don't think that you have any specific reason to get in the way of this other than just, some ideological issues with having people out there. And, some people don't like the fact that people that disagree with him out in the world exist and get very upset about that fact. I mean, I can I can say that I probably fall into that occasionally too. Like, I don't like people disagreeing with me, and I don't like them existing because they challenge my worldview. What am I gonna do, But so, that's, it took me a while to get there, but that's why I think that Peterson Academy is worth supporting. And, if you don't want to support it, don't support it, that hopefully I get that email here soon, and I can start doing some actual reviews of the content in the site, and start working on that social network thing that I've been talking about. So I guess, what are you guys' thoughts on this? You want to chime in the comments, and, maybe we can have a discussion about that. And if you're enrolled in the Academy, if you've gotten in or whatever, let's... hopefully I can figure out how to find people on there. So I am looking forward to it. Hopefully I'll see everybody on my live stream tonight, looking at the website, and I will sign out for now. Thanks for listening.